dream about Beyonce. In the dream, she was like on TV, some type of live show or something, and they introduced her. She came out, and then somebody from like behind the camera was like, "Oh, tell us 3 things about each of your kids." And I just thought that was weird because, first of all, if you know Beyonce, for the most part, she doesn't do like interviews like that anymore. And definitely, to my knowledge, not like live interviews. It may be pre-recorded or whatever the case may be. But this is a live show, and somebody yelled from the back, "Oh, tell us something, about each of your kids." So she started talking about her kids. So she started with Blue. She said something about Blue, and then she went on to her second daughter, Rumi, and she started saying something about her too. And then she started going into talking about her son. But at this point, like, I'm listening to the TV, but I'm not watching it because I'm going to say she was a surprise. Like, nobody knew she was going to be there. At least I didn't know. So again, I'm off doing whatever I'm doing, but I'm still listening to the TV. So now she's saying the one thing about her son. And as she's talking about her son, she just like started slurring her words a bit and sounding weird. So I'm like, what in the world? I don't even know what she's talking about. So that brought my attention back to the TV. So I turned to the TV and I see she just collapsed, like fell out. And she wasn't like passed out or anything because she kept trying to get up and get her balance and get up. But every time she would try to get up, she just kept falling back down. And it was 2 interviewers, 2 people there on each side of her at the time. And they're just standing there. Like, they were, because she's Beyonce, they were so afraid to even touch her. And she's like, her eyes are like rolling behind her head. I mean, it looked bad. It was scary. And finally, they started like trying to help her, whatever the case may be, but they were still afraid to put their hands on her. So then I want to say it was her bodyguard or somebody from the audience came and like blocked the camera. And when they blocked the camera, we couldn't see her no more. And I guess we like went to commercial, whatever. And in the dream, I'm like, wow, this really just happened to Beyonce on TV. Like, the whole world is watching this happen to Beyonce. And I couldn't believe it. And the next thing, she went to the hospital. And it was so bad that the hospital that she was at, they didn't want her to stay there. They were trying to transfer her to another hospital. They just didn't want her there. And they didn't want her there because they were afraid that they would face backlash for being the ones that had to pronounce that Beyonce died. So they were trying to get her sent off to another hospital because they were afraid of her fans and all of her followers, like blaming them for not saving her and all this wild, crazy stuff that they were just, afraid. So yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, like, what is going on? So it was on my mind. I'm like, God, what do you want me to do with this video? With this dream? Do I tell anybody? Like, what do I do with it? And if I do I like post it? Because it really was heavy on my heart. And then I was just like, hey, your YouTube is That Dream Lala. Post it to your YouTube. So here we go.